Hello, this is Albert Bitok, student at KSTVET, and today I'm visiting the Eldoret National Polytechnic for an interview with the manager on matters curriculum development and management of instructions at the institution. Here I am with one of the managers at the institution and would like to talk with him on matters of curriculum development and instructions management. Welcome so much, Mr. Kili. Begin with your introduction, the name, and maybe the role you are playing in the institution.
Okay, thank you. I'm Kili Solomon, the Town Campus Coordinator of the Eldoret National Polytechnic. The Eldoret National Polytechnic is situated or is found in Uasin along the Kisumu Kapsabet Eldoret route. The Eldoret National Polytechnic has over 18,000 students. At the town campus, we offer the STEM programs or courses. We also offer tailored to evening, weekend programs, which may not be offered in main. So we offer that opportunity for people to commute from their homes or where they stay. Thank you. So at the Eldoret National Polytechnic, I am the town campus coordinator. And being a town campus coordinator, in charge of executing the curriculum implementation, which is the core business of the institution. Some of my roles, as one I've said, is curriculum implementation,
Yes.
coordinating research, asset management, safe custody of asset management of the Eldoret National Polytechnic, the staff, both teaching and unteaching, ensure that they are coordinated in a seamless way to ensure smooth implementation of the curriculum. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kili. As the coordinator, sometimes you are the head of the staff, you are the head of, like you're the manager of the whole institution, this branch of town campus. Sometimes maybe a staff comes late or once is sick and maybe he or she fails to communicate. How do you maneuver on such kind of excuses from staff and maybe time management in regards to effecting the productivity of your staff?
Okay, thank you. Staff is quite a critical component of the curriculum implementation. They are the people who execute the curriculum. Based on, we are human, and once in a while people would be having personal challenges. Remember, we have the institutional goals. We have also individual goals. So as a coordinator, I ensure that the timetable is in place to coordinate the time of execution of the curriculum. And as you have said, one may come late owing to some issues. We have to listen to them because one could be late once in a while owing to some challenges, transport, sickness, or even domestic issues. And that you give room for him or her to explain at a specific time and then see how maybe he or she can be scheduled. If it is a persistent issue, then he or she can be scheduled to an appropriate time so that he or she can gather for those particular personal needs. Because even if you force and the person can come because that's mandatory, it's a requirement, but delivery will be jeopardized.
Yes. Thank you so much. Now the last question. We have now the CBET curriculum, which the country is now adopting. How is it different from the previous curriculum? What is that the government is trying to put or to come up with in the new CBET curriculum as far as TVET institution is concerned?
Okay, the old curriculum, which was, I could say, more knowledge-based, trainer-centered, but the CBET program is learner-centered and it is skills-based. At the end of it all, the approaches are quite distinct, whereby the students are involved to bring the best out of them, and our trainers are being in capacity built more so by the KSTVET because we have 3 sessions that have taken place to capacity build on delivery of the new curriculum. So we normally nominate in specific areas, let's say business, agriculture. So we nominate so that at the end of it all, we have a certain number that can be trained at a specific period of time. And then once they are trained, they'll be able to cascade the same or share with their colleagues, especially on delivery of this. So I would say personally that it is a new program. There is still confusion or understanding among the learners, the parents, the guardians. generally, but from the capacity building by the guest event, it has enabled us to understand, because I benefited in the first cohort of trainers, and it is quite interactive, especially among the learners, and it is quite inclusive in itself, where it captures the diverse endowment of the learners.
Exactly. Thank you so much. That is Mr. Kelly, the manager, the Eldoret National Polytechnic Town Campus. Now I'll be adding to HODs working under Mr. Kelly, and thanks Mr. Kelly for accepting my request to talk to you on matters curriculum development and management of instructions.
Thank you. Welcome.
As I told you, I'm at the Eldoret National Polytechnic with Mr. Kelly on matters curriculum development and instructions. Here I am with one of the administrators, and I would wish him to introduce himself and tell us the roles he plays at the Eldoret National Polytechnic. Welcome.
Thank you so much. My name is Joseph Kaino from Eldoret National Polytechnic, Department of Applied Sciences. I'm a trainer, at the same time a course coordinator, applied statistics.
Yes, as Mr. Kinas, you've said that you are one of the coordinators at the Eldoret National Polytechnic. What specific functions, like 2 or 3 functions, you undertake or you are assigned at the institution?
Thank you so much, sir. What we do at the Eldoret National Polytechnic is to train trainees on CPET courses. Initially we had NEC program, but of late we are introducing a CPET courses or curriculum, which it is in line with what the President directed. What we do at the Eldoret National Polytechnic is we prepare a lot of professional documents. We have the learning plan. Initially it happened to be the marking scheme, and then we also have the lesson plan. That is what we are using as one of the professional documents. We use this to prepare ourselves before we get into class to train. And remember, this CBET is practical based. It is unlike the other one. So we want to impart the trainees with skills. Yeah, we no longer embrace the theory part. So we want to produce people who will meet the industry needs or industry needs, and that is what we do at this training institution. Yeah.
As one of the coordinators of the heads of the departments, how do you manage time and maybe instructions to your juniors?
Okay, we have the timetable. The timetable is very clear. That is what we use to manage time. And we also have other documents like the register. That is what we use to monitor the trainees. We also have other assessment tools. We have assessment tools that we use to assess them. We have the mentoring tool. We have the assessment tools, among other documents. And remember, this program again, it is a continuous assessment. It is unlike the program for NEC that it took time. This is, we give the immediate feedback to the trainees. Yeah, so we don't take time. So you assess the trainee, and then the trainee, if it is competent, he or she gets the immediate feedback.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kino, for the discussion. It has really helped 1 or 2 people out there.
Okay.
We wish you all the best as you head your department, and thank you so much for accepting to talk to Albert Bitok, that is student and guest student, Nairobi.
Thank you so much.
After Mr. Kino, again here is one of the managers also at the Eldoret National Polytechnic. She will tell us her name and also the roles she plays at the Eldoret National Polytechnic. Welcome, madam.
Thank you. My name is Naomi Misoy from Eldoret National Polytechnic. My role here is playing as a manager. I teach the trainees. I give them skills. I ensure that they gain skills, changing behavior, and knowledge generally. Okay, what I see a difference from the previous curriculum with this one is that we major in building a skill in our learners so that they go to the industry and play the exact role that they were taught, not like the one previous curriculum where we major in theories mostly and practical was not that much. Yes.
Thank you so much. You said you are a manager. So as a manager, there must be people they are working under you. How do you manage time and maybe instructions to them as much as productivity and to ease them the workflow at the Eldoret National Polytechnic?
Okay, on the time management, we ensure that we keep time with the use of timetable and follow on our roles what you're supposed to do, timekeeping, so that we deliver what it is supposed to be delivered, and we ensure that we manage them so that because we are above them, they have to play an example for them. Yes.
Thank you so much, Madam Misoi.
Thank you.
Quickly, let's look at the next administrator manager, and here she is. She will tell us her name and also the role she plays at the Eldoret National Polytechnic.
So thank you so much. This is Gladys Coin from Eldoret National Polytechnic. So at the same time, me too, I take through students in teaching as we practice this new curriculum of CBET. So maybe to say about the curriculum, it's more of practical attachment from the initial curriculum whereby we're only doing the theoretical part. But this one now is practical in terms of how we deliver our teaching, how we engage the students, even in presentation, discussion. There's those play roles they do in those various topics that we pick. Secondly, also there is that exposure of students whereby it's not only you lecturing and teaching them, but you involve them directly, whereby you schedule those classes, how we will teach, how they will do it practically, and also after the summative exam that we give them. As a manager, we have issues of time management. Of course, me as a person, you have to be a role model, whereby you, like here we start our class at 7:30. So you have to play that role of being here yourself, 7:30, and of course we have a timetable that guides the students for them to be. Apart from that, we have a class tracker, whereby we have attendance, whereby students come in, we tick, then now have a percentage for them, and them to know that you being in class all the time is a percentage that contribute to your final exam. And maybe lastly is having now the overall performance of us as teachers. In every year we have those appraisal performance, so you not being delivering in class, you'll find that when it comes to that, it becomes lesser of that.
Okay.
So maybe to say something about the curriculum generally,
Yeah.
or the CBET. So personally, let me say the curriculum is good. It's only that it's more of a bit, I don't know how I'll put it up, more of a summarized, not breakdown like the initial of NEC. Like for example, if I may say a unit in communication, it said introduction to communication, but there is no breakdown. What is exactly in that introduction? It's not like initially you are told introduction, definition, barriers and all that. So I wish the stakeholders who are directly linked to that could actually bring out clearly for that a teacher, because if I'm given introduction, how I will teach introduction is not the same way the other teacher will teach introduction. And the same students are the same one, they will do a same exam set in different ways, or a common exam done nationally, and I've taught my own way and the other one their own way. So I could wish they could come up with a small breakdown that will guide those who are teaching for them to understand exactly what we are supposed to give. And like when a teacher decides what I want to teach in introduction, and the other one decides the same.
Thank you so
Otherwise,
much.
thank you.
Thank you so much, madam.
Okay.
You've talked about, maybe the last thing, you've talked about the appraisals. After how long do you do appraisals, and do you do it per department or the entire institution?
It's the entire institution and done after every year.
After every
Yeah,
year.
after every
What do
year.
you do with the most performing staff? Do you reward them?
Currently, we don't have those rewards, but we only just do it's on the supervisor's part of it. They know how they do it, but we've been doing it here as
a role given.
As a role given to us.
Thank you so much.
And I believe those are the things that have been used for promotion and additional duties for fellow lecturers who are doing with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you also.
Finally, the last administrator at the Eldoret National Polytechnic. He will tell us his name and also the roles he plays at the Eldoret National Polytechnic.
Good morning. I'm Jackson Abere. I'm a trainer in the information at the Eldoret National Polytechnic. I'm handling information science level 5 and level 6. As a trainer in CPET, I might say that the program is learner-centered. It is not. There's too much deviation from the previous curriculum, and I might say that this program is majorly involves the learner than the trainer. The trainers, the part that trainer plays is only just to give directions. Then again, on the part of administration, we say that the student is allowed to go out of his way once he has been shown a way, once has been given the direction. Then again, on there's an aspect you talk about how the program is run. The student, once the student enrolls, he's supposed to be assessed 3 times. Then there's what we call an external examination, which is a summative examination
At the end of a program.
at the end of the program. No, at the end of every stage. Because like now, if there's a certificate, the student is supposed to graduate at the end of after 1 year.
After 1 year.
Then diploma is supposed to graduate after 2 years.
Yes.
So that's the thing you talk about here. But then we have what we call at every end of every semester there's an exam. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So you've talked about a program. Do you offer certificate to higher diploma courses at the Eldoret National Polytechnic?
Yeah,
That is down campus.
if you look at it, the way the program has been designed, the institutions, the national polytechnics have been given a mandate. They have been certified to approve what the students have been doing. But then those programs must be initiated by the institution themselves, not the other way around.
Not the other way around.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
This has been the administrators and the managers of the Eldoret National Polytechnic, situated at the Eldoret town in Uasin Gishu County. I've been Albert Bitok, and thank you so much for your response in regards to matters, curriculum development and instructions. And wish you the best as you undertake or as you train future professionals. Thank you so much.